Now there's a lot of information being thrown at us in this problem, but first of all we know that f of x is 3 to the x. If we kind of imagine what it looks like, x, and we have f of x, which is also equal to 3 to the x. So if we plug in x equals 0, we get 3 to the 0, which equals 1. If we plug in 1 for x, we get 3 to the 1 power, which equals 3. So if we kind of briefly plot the points here, because we don't get a lot of time on the SAT, we kind of get this graph, exponential graph for f of x. Now we don't know the equation for g of x. We know it is an increasing linear function and intersects f of x at 2 points. So if we kind of, oh, that's a terrible graph, but this is g of x, and we know it intersects f of x at 2 points. Let's call that point 1 and point 2. And we also know that these 2 points are a comma j and b comma k. So it intersects at 2 points, a comma j and b comma k. Now it also tells us that j is greater than k, or j is less than k. So we know that if the y value is less for this, then this point must be a comma j, and this must be b comma k. Now we have the 2 points. Okay, now the question is looking for the interval where g of x is greater than f of x. So the graph of g of x is greater than f of x in this interval, right? In this interval of x. And the answer choices are all in terms of x. So we know that it's asking for the values of x that satisfies this interval. Now, could the answer be answer choice A? X has to be greater than k. And now we're relating x with k, which is a y coordinate. So that would not make any sense, so that would not be the answer. Now, would x be less than j? Again, j is a y coordinate, and it just doesn't make much sense to relate x and y coordinates. Now, could x be less than j or greater than b? Less than j over here, greater than b. Again, relating x and y intercepts, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, answer choice D says x is greater than a and less than b. Now, if x is greater than a, it has to be over here, right? If x is less than b, it has to be on this side of this point. So we know that the x interval is correct. It is between these 2 points, and the answer would be choice D.